Hell does it look so dark for? I'm live. Now we just need thousands of people to show up. Not thousands. That'd be too many. Huh. Camera's looking weird. Maybe it's me. Who knows? All by myself. Don't want to be all by myself anymore. Actually, I don't care. I like myself. There we go. That's some of that. Well, I got 2 thumbs up. Hopefully you didn't tune in and just watch me drink coffee. Hopefully you joined the talk. Man, that shit looks bad on my forehead. Should have colored it in with a marker. Oh. What kind of a day is this going to be? What is up, Big Nick? How you doing today, man? Hopefully well. I'm doing good. Little sunburn from yesterday. Working out on the farm. Hey, it says 5 people are here now. We get this conversation started quick. Welcome, all of you. If you're looking for a juggler or sleight of hand magic, I don't do that. We just have good conversations, no haters, no immature douchebags. We talk about pretty much everything except the few things YouTube doesn't let me talk about. Watch any of the reactions this week, Nick? Big Nick? I got more. I just got to get them edited and upload. I shot a full load this week. That sounded bad. Watch me get flagged for that. Oh, someone left. They won't talk. They're like, no sleight of hand magic. I'm out of here. Maybe it's the shirt. People don't like Ace Frehley. Viet. Oh, man, I'm running them off quick. Bye. Deuces. You're not talking anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. What? Coffee? Why, yes, I will drink some. Damn, maybe I do need to learn some sleight of hand magic or how to juggle. Maybe they'll stay. They come here, they don't say shit, and they leave, and then they go tell their friends, that guy sucks. And if you don't talk, it does suck. You have to listen to me talk to myself. I say we let it go. No. Maybe I could do like those dumbasses on TikTok and just, we don't do anything. We just sit here. I don't get the point of that. Why do people actually watch that shit? Where nobody says nothing. They just sit there. They don't want you to like it. They don't want gifts. They don't nothing. Just, we don't do anything. And they get a crowd. That's weird. Well, people came back. I still don't juggle and do sleight of hand magic. So if you're not going to talk, you're probably going to hate this. I can make noises, a few dumb impressions. I could take a nap. I didn't get to take a nap today. Normally I take a nap right before I do this. I'm getting a call from Minnesota. I don't know anybody in Minnesota, so anyways, yeah, people keep coming in and leaving. If you don't participate, it is boring. Oh my God. Hello, Precious Miller. How are you doing? I am having a good day. I hope you're having a good day too. Thank you for actually stopping in. You're one of the nice people that always says, have a nice day. I appreciate that. All right. This is the biggest trick that I do other than talking. I make my coffee disappear. I'm waiting for the rest of the gang to show up. Well, I mean, I'm not waiting. I'm doing my part. I just have to wait for everybody to show up before I start singing the Sesame Street theme song or something like that. I usually do that when I'm really mad at work because I think it's kind of creepy. Oh man, I got to put my glasses on today. Oh, it's all good, Precious. It's all good. No, I am not into crypto at all. I always block people when they start sending me private messages going, hey, not me. I'm into cold hard cash in my hand. Well, and hidden in places. Oh, you never have to apologize, Precious, ever. I tell everybody that when I apologize. If you make it, you make it. I realize we all have lives and other things to do. Like I said, you always comment on my videos. So, and I don't do these when I work. Well, I mean, I do work Tuesday through Friday, but I work really early, so I get off really early. I don't do them normally on Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. But yeah, never. I'm not one of those guys. You never ever have to apologize. Oh wow, I ran 3 people off by saying that. What was it? Was it the no crypto part? I like cold hard cash. It's like I don't take checks when I do stand up. Well, when I used to do stand up, I didn't take checks for that. Cold hard cash in my hand. Weird. It's weird. So what is everybody else up to today? I haven't done much today. Yesterday I mowed and weed eated out in the country. Got sunburn. I would show you, but it's all right here. Kind of embarrassing. I look stoned, but if I open my eyes that wide, it looks psycho. I am psycho. I just don't want to look psycho. It's a good thing I don't mind talking to myself. Doesn't look like we're lagging. Oh, everybody's leaving. Everybody was leaving my live stream. Anyways. But that was good you asked a question, Big Nick, if you're still here. Anybody can ask anything they want. Very few things I don't say online or openly talk about. I wonder why I do my eyes like that. I guess because I see better. I don't know. What? I don't have like a happy medium for my eyes. Huh. Weird. As I talk to myself. Oh, I should do that. Just take a nap. Wonder how long people will sit there to see if I'm bullshitting or if I'm really taking a nap. Pretty sure my mom's watching, but She normally sends me text messages because she watches on her TV and she can't comment. At least appreciate you hanging out, whoever's hanging out, even if you're not talking. Because I don't mind talking to myself. I do it all the time. I am my own best friend. Since my best friend died. I do have one other best friend, but I rarely talk to him. It's so weird. No questions? See me juggle invisible flaming knives. Yeah. Oh. Well. And we're off to a slow. We kind of started off slow last week too. And then it took off and kicked ass. The only bad thing is when it starts off slow, some people will come and they'll be like, oh, this sucks. I'm out of here. Instead of waiting for the conversation to go. It's so weird. Brandy, hey, buddy. I have been great. How are you doing? Glad you made it. I was getting worried. It's the first time I've had a sunburn in years. I can't remember the last time I had a sunburn. Not bad. That is very good. How's Gary? Hopefully well. I'm not sure if I got abandoned because I don't do crypto, but it's okay. Cool. Yeah, I worry about him a lot. It's kind of ironic because I worry about him, but I don't want to bother him just in case it's not a good time. I guess it doesn't hurt if I just send him a message, and when he responds, he responds. Oh. But it's good. Glad he's doing fine. It's weird. I'm losing weight, but this right here looks weird. Well, I mean, it probably looks weirder with me doing that. I don't think I need a facelift. I'll just get me a clothespin and put it back here. Oh. Oh, that may be. I wonder if I can. No, it doesn't pull those things up. Can y'all see those two spots, or is it just because I know my face and I see those two things? Boy, that makes for a good live stream, huh? Me sitting here pulling on my face and my neck. Beats what I could be pulling on. I know. Oh man, it was crazy hot yesterday. I went and mowed out in the country and no one was there. So I did it without my shirt on. I rarely walk around without a shirt on, but I was out there all by myself. So I didn't wear a shirt, got plenty of sun. I was out there for 5 hours. A lot of sun in 5 hours. But I got sunburn across here. And then I got 2 white strips right here. I got sunburn on my gut from sitting on the mower. I get tired of sitting like this trying to even out my tan. Oh, thank you. I just realized this shirt's already 3 years old. It seems like we went last year. We saw he opened for Alice Cooper. It just seems like last year that we went, but it's 3 years ago. Well, I think it's November will be 3 years, but then 2021. This shirt held up well. My Alice Cooper shirt, I had to give it to my granddaughter, which she seemed to be okay with. Big Nick. No, I did not watch Breaking Bad. It is crazy how fast time flies. I tried to watch it. My daughter loved it. And with my past from the 80s, you would think I would enjoy it. But I have a theory. That's why I didn't enjoy it. Very unrealistic. As someone who partook in the product on the show. And when I say I partook, I took enough to kill a couple of elephants. Well, probably a herd of elephants, or whatever they call a large group of them, over the 2 years. But yeah, I think I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes, and I just couldn't do it. But so when I taught my daughter, she loved the show. I don't know if that's why I didn't like it, because I have a lot of experience in that area. Yeah. That's why I didn't like that show, Dexter. Not really. I just say that to make people nervous. I didn't get into Dexter either. But I study serial killers, so you would think that I would have liked it, but I didn't. Did I watch an episode of that? What I've really been hard and heavy into the last 2 weeks is Why Women Kill on Paramount Plus. There's only 2 seasons. We're almost done with the second season. That second season's good, but the first season is fantastic. Because I study them, I would never make that kind of a mistake. So there would be no signatures. I did have a psychiatrist say that I was borderline psychotic and I could trip over the line at any moment and unalive someone. Made everybody else nervous knowing that. But that was almost 40 years ago, so I don't think it's going to happen. Not in the way he said. Brandy, some of them get way too cocky, and that's like BTK, that's how he got caught. But I think some of them do want to, especially younger ones. Maybe not the old school ones, but some of the younger ones. I think they do. It's that fame, the attention that they get. But yeah, a lot of them just get way too cocky and confident in what they're doing. They think they're so good, which BTK was good for a long time. Yes, that cowboy syndrome, that's exactly right. That's exactly what it is. And I hope you two don't ding me for that. I'm not allowed to talk about that event took place in, I'm going to say WW2 instead of saying the actual thing. Not allowed to talk about that. They ding me for that. And I have to watch what I talk about with those type of people. Oh, I've said it 3 or 4 times. I'll probably get that little letter after a while. Well, Bob, you shouldn't have said that. Shame on you. I wasn't praising on YouTube, just so you know. It's just a conversation. You say you want me to be myself, and then you punish me when I am. Weird. I already don't cuss like I normally do. Oh, I ran somebody off really quick. They're like, oh, it's that guy. Damn, I hate him. Oh, freedom of speech. That's right now. Well, I can't even say it's on TikTok because TikTok hems me up quite a bit too. Yeah, we're not allowed to do that these days. You can do it in your home if you don't have like one of those speakers, or in your car. No, they listen to you in your car too. But I do say things purposely in my car and in my home and other places. I just keep waiting. One of these days, I'm going to be doing this live stream, and all of a sudden, you're going to hear, "This is the police. Come out with your hands up. We have the place surrounded." That'll be a dope live stream, huh? And then it'll just say, y'all think I'm joking. They come in, they drag me out. Hey, I actually pulled the right way. I pulled towards the door. That was good. They drag me out, and y'all keep watching, going, he'll be back any minute now. And then you'll see me on the news. This guy talked all that shit. We waited years. We finally got him. I don't know if it bothers y'all, but it bothers me that my shirt looks crooked. I have issues with that. It's my OCD. Weird. I know it's not crooked. Makes me feel like I'm sitting crooked, but that looks crooked in itself. That would be pretty dope if I could get it done here on my live stream. I do have a friend who's in law enforcement that if he sees me outside talking to my neighbor, he's going to pull over and yell for me to get on the ground. And then I'm going to tell my neighbor, I've been here with you all day. I've been here with you all day. Don't say anything. Thinking it'll freak my neighbor out because my friend is pretty damn big. So yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Well, when y'all trip out, all of a sudden my door kicked open and I got drug off camera. Because there have been people arrested during live streams before. There have been people doing other things on live streams because they didn't know they were live. Ha, ha, ha. I would never make that mistake because I end my stream as soon as I'm done. Everything's turned off. Man, I gotta go back to my other job. I had last weekend off. I gotta go back to my other job the day after tomorrow. I gotta try to get all my videos finished editing and uploaded. Yeah, I almost think my neighbor would go through it. He wouldn't be able to. He'd have to look, or he'd have to know what's in it, which I really can't blame him. I mean, nobody really knows too much about me. All right, commercial already. Woohoo! Make that big money. 0.003 cents. I don't know why it gives me the option to skip ads. I'm never going to skip ads. That's how I get paid. Wee, 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 wee. Well, they split them up. They don't give them to everybody at one time because I guess they feel that would make people click off. So they just randomly send them out. Ain't like I got a whole bunch of viewers here right now, anyways. People keep dropping in. Oh, maybe they drop in, they get a commercial, and like, oh, damn it. They heard you, Brandy. They're like, oh, yeah, you didn't think you're getting a commercial? Here you go. Do you have that problem when you're ready to be intimate? Take this pill. Don't feel better in 4 hours? Consult your doctor. What's my doctor going to do? We'll fix that, buddy. I keep running people off. Could you imagine if I was uncensored? If YouTube allowed me to be me? People will be leaving quicker than they do. You'd be like, oh my God. I always think it's funny when someone gets on to me for the way I talk. And I talk nice on here on YouTube. I have to. Damn, I'm running them off quick today. And I'm not even being mean. Weird. Weird. I got in trouble with Instagram last night because I've been putting together these different videos, been mashing different videos together, news bloopers and live fail type stuff, but I've been mixing it up with stuff that doesn't really go with it. Seems to be doing okay. Instagram was happy with it, but the one I posted last night, because it was titled Doo-Doo the Clown, oh yeah, it was. It's been a while since Jake dropped it. Well, actually, both Jakes were in, so that was pretty wild. Yeah, it was cool that both of them were there. I've always got along with both of them. Me and Jake Davila, we are a lot alike, which probably to the point that it probably causes rifts sometimes that we're so much alike. It makes us butt heads. But that's the kind of friends I like having. Not exactly like me, but pretty damn close. Ryan, wow, buddy, what's up? What? You're making me put on my glasses, make sure I'm reading that correctly. Well, dude, I appreciate you putting in that effort. You threw me off for a second. Yeah, it's just a flesh wound. I love that bit. That's one of my all-time favorite bits. I think it's weird when I say it in public and nobody laughs or gets it. One time I was at the hardware store. I went and bought something. I just knew I knew what I needed, and I had bought the wrong thing, so I had to bring it back and get the correct thing. And they were super cool doing the exchange. And I told the girl that I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue. She didn't even respond, but the guy behind me laughed and said, I love that movie. I was like, phew. Yeah, that flesh would be. Come back here, I'll bite you. I think that's my favorite Monty Python thing. Oh, Brandy, speaking of that, I can't remember his name. Because y'all asked me about British comics. There was a British comedian on Raw Comedy today he was hilarious, then hilarious. Mostly talking about his marriage and his wife, her looks and being married, that kind of stuff. But it's really funny. I wish I could remember his name because then I could ask you. But we're not on my planet, are we? I love that too. Yeah. Man, there are so many movie lines that I quote, and it can be animated films, horror, whatever. They just come out at certain times. But yeah, I love that one. And that was a cool thing. I think I told y'all before, when I had my Doc Holiday moment at work, the guy was joking, but he said that he would fight me after work. Well, he said he was going to kick my ass after work. And I said, well, that works out well because I'm parked next to you. And he already knows I don't like him. So later when he saw me, he goes, hey, I was joking earlier. I said, I wasn't. I'll meet you at your truck after work. Oh, I'm looking just above the camera. Does that look weird or does it actually look like I'm looking at the camera? I just realized you're supposed to look in the camera like that, but I was skimming across at nothing. There's this blank wall where I was looking. Weird. Anyways, back at the ranch. Uh, huh. um, oh, right before disaster, I'll usually say, ain't nothing going to stop us now. And the reason I do that is there was a movie called Dirty Mary and Crazy Larry. It had Peter Fonda. Um, I want to say it was Raquel Welch, but I think I'm wrong about the female actress. But if you've ever watched the TV show The Fall Guy, during the opening sequence, at the very end of the opening sequence, you see a yellow car run into a train and explode. That's the end of Dirty Mary and Crazy Larry. They had just got that car. So the Peter Fonda and his chick were up front and his partner's in back. And he looks over his shoulder and says, ain't nothing going to stop us now. Turns around, runs into the train, and that's the end of the movie. You can only see me from the mouth down. Hey, whoa. Let me fix that. How about now? Oh, if I put my hands up, it screws up my screen. Yeah, I like that shade of green better than that OD green. Huh. Can you see me now? Not that that's necessarily a good thing. That worked? Okay. As long as y'all can hear me, and this is actually more comfortable. But if you see my head flip back, I probably fell asleep. Huh. Weird. Let's see. What else? What other line? Oh, yeah, because I snore very loud and hard. I've actually woke myself up before. Uh, I use a lot of lines from Dumb and Dumber, too, and from Ace Ventura. In every competition, there must be a winner and a loser. Loser. Oh, wow, that might work. That shows my coffee's not that good. Well, it looks like Precious and Big Nick left because they ain't said anything in a while since Cowboy Syndrome. I got Ryan and Brandy here and some other people watching. She is very well. I had to take some brush out into the pasture and to put it on the burn pile, but they wouldn't leave me alone. So I had to go feed them in the other pasture so they'd go over there and I could do what I needed to do. But she's doing good. The other day, I actually had to go find them. They weren't coming to me. And when you have cows, you have to see them. It's best to see them daily, but you have to see them because they can't get out and they'll be gone. So they always come when I call them, but she wasn't coming. Oh, border collies are fantastic. We've had one extremely smart dog, and we've had 3 blue heelers. We had an Australian blue heeler. She'd have been a much better dog if she hadn't been abused. We were wondering why they gave her to us. She was full blood Australian blue heeler. Great dog, with the exception of her issues, and then her issues from them abusing her. We had her for probably 8 years. We never abused her, but when you go to pet her, she'd wince. Yes, border collies are super smart. So are blue heelers. Blue heelers are phenomenally smart. Rottweilers are good dogs. I had a full blood Doberman Pinscher someone gave me, and everybody was really scared of her until some of my friends saw her run from our cat. And after that, nobody gave a shit about her. I mean, I still loved her, don't get me wrong. I've never abused my pets. Uh, but yeah, I love Blue Heelers are my favorite dog. Border Collie's second favorite. I absolutely know that you can. All almost all, there are exceptions everywhere, but almost all the mean pit bulls you see were raised mean, to be mean. I know I know people that have them that they're playful like a puppy. They no matter what, they don't attack. Dalmatians are more aggressive and attack more people on their own than pit bulls do. The people that they make their pit bulls be mean, which is messed up in itself. Because to me, that's animal abuse. You wouldn't raise your kid to be that way, and then go, "Whoa, I taught him to drink, shoot heroin." Oh, I gotta quit saying those things because I know YouTube listens. I'm gonna get a warning. I just know it. They're gonna send me that little letter. Uh, that little short that I released. All I did was said the name of an artist, and they limited my ad revenue because I was saying things you're not supposed to say on YouTube. And they tried to tell me a human looked at my account. No, that's not true. It wasn't even spelled like that. It sounds like the word I'm not supposed to talk about on YouTube. That is exactly right, Brandy. Love and proper training. And that's with any dog. I mean, you can pretty much make almost any dog be mean. There are a few that are kind of mean and snippy, but they're not the ones that everybody's worried about. Only the people that have been attacked by them. I've been attacked by a German Shepherd and a Collie. Granted, I deserve what I got from the Collie. I was in his doghouse and I was trying to get out, but he was in the way. And I tried to kick him out the door. He attacked me. The German Shepherd was on a chain and she had just had puppies. Nobody told us. So we're walking and she come running out. She just barely got my calf. Left a mark. Feel sorry for me. And that's only 2 times I've been attacked by a dog. Oh, that's weird. First time was in the second grade. Second time was in the third grade. German Shepherd was in the third grade. Well, that's true. It was only once, but I learned my lesson. If I'm standing on this rock, stay there. Don't stand on that rock. Lesson well learned. And copperheads don't warn you, they just bite you. Yeah, I'm sure it's typos. I can see you sounding out the word now. Goober. Yeah, it's kind of sounded like a lisp. And I know Brandy doesn't have a lisp. I have a video that I need to put in. I almost put it in a video the other day. I can't remember which one it was. I got to put it in one of my popular videos that'll actually get views. And I won't say anything. I'll just put it in. Well, I'll put it in. And I'll say something afterwards. I'll be like, whoa, that was weird. Oh my goodness. Oh, let's see what my mom says. Oh, wow, my mom just now got here. How about that? She has to text me. She watches on her TV and she can't comment, so she sends me text. I think I told you all that before, but just making sure. Let's see what else. Whoa, wascally wabbit. I'll make another video tonight where I mash up all that kind of shit. Let him go. Be nice if we took De Niro and a few of those ass clowns with him. Nobody is liking this today. That's sad face. Well, I mean, I don't really give a shit. Y'all are talking to me. That's all I care about. YouTube's one that looks at that shit. Yeah, they don't learn. Hey, thanks whoever just did that. I kind of felt like I should have a sign. I cut my hair the other day. I had to. Thank you, Brandy. Oh, 2 people did. Wow. We're cooking with gas now. But I actually didn't screw it up. I tried something a little different, but I didn't screw it up. So I'm pretty happy about that. I actually put a little fade on it. Doesn't show up so much on camera. I guess it's the lighting. But it kept sticking out. And the advantage to keep my hair like this, I just get up and go in the morning. Get up, brush my teeth, and I'm on my way. Almost done with my coffee. And I get to switch to water. Water. Sugar water. Oh, yeah, I use that line all the time, too. Thank you, sir. Do you know where that line's from? Water. Sugar water. I've used that ever since I've heard it. Doesn't matter if I'm drinking water or not. Sometimes I say it if I don't know what I need to say. Oh, I ran 2 people off just like that. They're like, oh my God, he's quoting that movie. We're not going to stay here and take that. One day I should just not worry about the money and just be me. Nope, it's not with Arnie. No, I do not have my septum pierced, and I would not pierce my septum. I just have my earrings. I usually have 4 on this side, 4 in my left ear, and 2 in my right ear. As I got older, I just went down to the 2 and gauged up a little bit. I was going to get my nipples pierced at one point, but my friend who had it done said it hurt worse when he got them pierced than when they got ripped out in a fight. So that just didn't sound like something I needed to be doing. I'm surprised I don't have a hole in my septum at some point, as much stuff as I used to smell through the $100 bills and straws. What's up, Terry? Buckaroo. But no, Ryan, I do not have septum pierced, and that's not something I'm interested in as far as me doing. No one knows. Yeah, and I would never pierce anything down here ever. I know people that had the same smelling habit that I did. They have holes eaten inside of their nose. I've had friends have had their noses completely removed. They have a prosthetic nose. I'd hate to have that because I just know I'd be in public. I'd sneeze. It'd fly across the room, land in someone's salad. Really kind of awkward to go, excuse me, that's mine. Yeah, the Michael Jackson nose. Yep. I pierced my daughter's eyebrow for her. I don't think she still has. I know she has her nose piercing, her tongue pierced, and then assorted earrings. She has an industrial in one side for her migraines. Um, Terry on uh, American whiskeys. Eh, I'm more of a bourbon drinker than I am a whiskey drinker. But oh, what was that? I had a guy get mad at me one time. He bought this stuff called cactus juice. It's tequila and something else already mixed in a bottle, big bottle, comes in a fifth. Uh, he goes, "Here, take a slug off of this." Chug, 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 chug. Yes, Fireball is one of those with cinnamon. Uh, Fireball's okay. I prefer Aftershock if I'm going to drink that type of stuff. Aftershock is considerably better. It literally tastes like liquid Red Hots. Uh, I like Tequila Rose. It tastes like strawberry milk. It really is whiskey for kids. It's not most of all that sissy shit. I mean, I can guzzle real stuff too, but most of all that sissy shit when they're flavoring it. But yeah, I drank a lot of Aftershock back in the day. A lot of tequila Rose. I could guzzle a bottle of Tequila Rose. I very rarely drink now. Uh, it's usually only for medicinal purposes. Uh, but I like coconut rum and Dr. Pepper. Uh, um, Knob Creek is my favorite bourbon. All right, more commercials. Y'all make sure you watch. Got to pay them bills. Oh, I hate schnapps. Well, I say when we first moved to Germany, our landlord made schnapps. He had a still in his little workshop. So I like plum schnapps, apple schnapps, and cherry schnapps. Those three I like. But other than that, but I'm not a big schnapps drinker anymore since we came back from Germany. Mostly Knob Creek with Dr. Pepper. Was I drink it straight or with Dr. Pepper? Straight's just fine. It tastes really good on the rocks. It's a good smooth sipping bourbon. Uh, uh, Booker's is one of the only dirty bourbons there is. Comes straight from the barrel into the bottle, no filtering. I like that. No, why would I think that? I don't. It's whatever you mix it with. I mean, a lot of people think it's weird that I mix with Dr. Pepper. I prefer Dr. Pepper over Coke. Uh, just because I prefer Dr. Pepper over everything, anyways. But I very rarely drink now, but I usually judge what I drink based on I can drink it straight up on the rocks. Uh, you got hit with a Timu ad. Wow. Well, I've never had that. Now, when we lived in Germany, I loved German beer mixed with limonada. They sell a form of that here in the States. Doesn't taste right. And we've tried to make it on our own, and it didn't taste right. Yeah, Brandy, they like I said, they're not supposed to give it to everybody at once. If I chose the aggressive form, it would hit everybody at once, but I choose the medium, so it just randomly selects who it's going to show the commercial to. Because I figure if everybody got hit by a commercial at once, I could lose more people than I already do. um, uh, my wife makes a drink for me called duck farts. I like those. Uh, yeah, right. uh, duck farts are really good. It's only three ingredients. It almost tastes like coffee with creamer in it. It has Crown Royal, Kahlua, and I can't remember the third ingredient. There's only three. It's Kahlua, Crown Royal, and something else. Oh, shit. Amaretto. So a shot of amaretto, a shot of Crown Royal, and some Kahlua. I can't remember if it's a full shot of Kahlua, but it literally looks like coffee with creamer in it. But it tastes really good. If it's made proper, it doesn't really have a bite. It has a teeny tiny bite to it, but it's not bad. But I love those. But like I said, I almost never drink anymore. So, and when I do, no joke, it's pretty much just for medicinal purposes. If I go to someone's house, I will casually drink. I have a limit. I have to drink. I can't drink more than 6. Because if I pass 6, I can't stop. So I'll drink till I pass out. See, I'm not the kind of alcoholic that craves the drink. I'm the kind that can't stop once I start. I've never had that. That doesn't sound like something I would drink. I almost never mix it. I have tried because I've heard people having Irish coffee, so naturally I've tried it. I don't like that in my coffee. I don't like anything in my coffee. I mean, I like creamer, but I can't drink it anymore. But yeah, I don't like mixing anything. Oh, but if I drink hot chocolate, I can put Kahlua in it, and that tastes good. There's a few other things I can mix in hot chocolate, but not coffee. Yeah, I say I don't think I would drink that. And I don't drink vodka since my welcome home from Germany party. And yes, my mom's watching. I think she already knows, but that was a long time ago. My welcome back party, we had a gallon of vodka, 3 bags of some smoking essentials. It says we spent all of our money on that. We didn't have any money for anything to mix with the vodka, so we mixed it with cherry Kool-Aid. And that cured me ever wanting vodka. I don't like vodka. Once in a blue moon, if I'm at someone's house and they offer me a White Russian, I will drink that just to be polite. But yeah, I'm not a big vodka guy. I do like Kahlua. Yeah. After that night, whew, yeah, my parents messed up and left me in Indiana with my relatives while they went to get the car. So my cousin threw me a welcome back party. And boy, was it fun. Well, until towards the end. Gary, what is up, buddy? I just asked about you. Glad to see you made it. Wow, that didn't take long, huh? Maybe they just did that out of force of habit. Oh, Gary said something. Go ahead and just delete that one. Weird, I have to take the lid off of this to get all the coffee out of it. All right. Now we're on the water. Whoop, whoop. Glad you made it, Gary. Good to see you, buddy. Well, verbally, good to see you. Maybe I should say good to read you. That sounds kind of weird. So, does anybody else think it's a bad idea that Tesla is going to start putting out these AI robots? I do. I think it's a horrible idea. But look at me, the conspiracy theorist. No, they are not sex robots. Oh, I shouldn't have said that word. No, they're not that kind of robots. Oh, well, thanks, Gary. I appreciate you throwing me in there. No, it's not those kind of robots, Ryan. They're actually robots that are actually going to be walking amongst us learning. I mean, they already lost control over AI on the internet. Oh, but hey, let's make a robot with that same technology. Imagine you can, because they're already talking about once they start skinning them, they can make them look like anyone. Apparently not, but I don't really think they give a shit. It's all about the money. I mean, because the Tesla automobile is a horrible, horrible thing. The general concept's okay, but it's not good for the environment. It's overtaxing our already overtaxed power grid. Oh, let me get off that soapbox. We're here to have fun, not for me to preach my bullshit. It could be. If y'all, if you haven't seen any of the stuff on what they actually have robots doing now, look up Boston Electronics or Boston Robotics on YouTube. Watch what they're doing. For sure. They're already talking about the applications where they can replace musicians because they can study every single thing about the musician and remember it, so they can copy their styles, like drummers. Exactly. And that's exactly what would happen. You can't fight back. I mean, you could try. It's your it should be your natural instinct to fight back, but they don't feel pain. That's why Boston, I want to say it's electronics, is making those robots to go into war to fight. They can open doors. They do all sorts of stuff. They can run. But yeah, imagine that. Especially if you don't realize it's a robot because they've skinned it so well. Yeah, you told me about that, Mom. My mom has a friend that went to a restaurant and they had a robot come take the order. Oh, no, Gary, you should really check it out. Their videos are here on YouTube. All my friends were like, "That's cool," and I'm like, "That's not cool, dude. That's not cool at all. It learns everything about you, but they can do what we can do. It's crazy how advanced they've gotten with robots. I get it for the war thing, but ugh, not for walking around and here with us. Yes, protect John Connor at all cost. I'll be back. Oh, wouldn't it be weird if I was a robot? Y'all been talking to me all these years, and all of a sudden, yeah, I don't think I'm scared of the robots like my mom was talking about in the restaurant. I'm sure that's pretty a fairly simple robot. But these ones that they're showing that they're fixing release, if you watch those videos on YouTube, you'll see that it's not cool. There we go. Build a John Connor robot to combat the robots. Good thinking, Gary. Hey, have y'all ever heard the band Australian Death Machine? I think I've asked you before, since you brought up Arnold. They only sing songs about Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. It's a death metal band. My favorite song they do is Get to the Chopper. They're not a great band, but it's interesting. There's also a death metal band that has a gray parrot as the vocalist. Not making that up. It's for realsies. Hey, new people, don't run off. Jump into the conversation. We talk about pretty much anything. Y'all get away to talk about more things than I can. I have to figure out clever ways to get around it. Not that they're that clever, but AI looks for certain trigger words. Hey, we've hit the 1 hour mark. We're halfway there. Whoa, we're halfway there. I'm so sick of that damn song. He's got so many better songs. Oh, wow, I ran 3 people off with that. uh, do they like? I don't know. I don't know. I just noticed a reoccurring thing in all their a theme in all of their songs. Wow. I guess I'm not the only person sick of living on a prayer. Those 3 people left in a hurry. I don't think it's because of my singing. I think it was that. Bon Jovi actually has some good songs, but they only play the same two. And Wanted Dead or Alive used to be one of my favorite songs. That it's either Living on a Prayer or Wanted Dead or Alive. All right, I got to do my thing since I ran 3 people off. Oh, shit. All righty then. It's quite possible, Brandy. They could refuse to, or they could just shut off access to where you can't get it. Oh, I don't see your comment, Brandy. Huh. Oh, wow. I ran off half the viewers. So I guess the first 3 left because I was singing Bon Jovi, and now more people left because I said that I was sick of hearing Living on a Prayer and Wanted Dead or Alive. That'd be kind of cool. With the exception of, see, my biggest concern is even though AI is that smart and it's gotten out of control, it's still pretty much black or white. It doesn't have human emotion and it can't recognize that, okay, they had to unalive that person for a reason. Unaliving someone is wrong. And if you did it, you're guilty. I had to. It was him or me. See? Yeah. I guess if I ever get around an AI robot, I'll talk like a 1950s gangster just to screw it up. That way to be in there. I know our I don't have to use them anymore at work, but we used to have used, well, they still do. Uh, we have voice control stuff, and it remembers every way that you say something, and a lot of times it'll screw up your template. I used to have to tell people stop yelling at it because it's remembering what you're saying, and the only way it's going to understand you because you're that way so much, you're going to have to yell at it all the time, which is not going to work. Oh yeah, yeah. When you go to get your money, it just like clamps on you. What are you going to spend money on? Well, it's none of your business, ATM. It is my business. I'm giving you the money. No, ATM, let me go. No. Woo! What's going on? He was trying to get money to pick up a hooker. What? That's not why I was getting the money. Why'd you get 100? I needed $100. No, you didn't. When the cops get there, you're still arguing with the ATM. Really? I swear it was not that. Yeah, see? Come on. Well, I kind of just went off on a tangent all by myself. So I dropped in and left right away, like, oh shit, that guy talks like a 1950s gangster. I don't want to be around that shit. I'm out of here. Bye. I don't know, right? Maybe I should film that, do a short film and see how it goes over. Because now TikTok, hint, hint, YouTube, TikTok is telling me I need to do videos that are 10 minutes or longer. I'm now eligible because my videos are getting popular. Not popular enough for them to give me a bunch of money, but popular. It's the same videos I release on my 6 Minutes channel, on my Instagram, on my Facebook. I release the same video on 4 different formats. One item 12, 311 in progress. Proceed with caution. Suspect is considered to be armed and dangerous. Yeah, I should try to do that. Just make a little film. No. There's some though, they didn't get shitty this time, and there's still some of their little snotty little comments. It's exactly as it should be. It's perfect. No, it's not. That's your opinion, jackass. I gave my opinion. I ran 2 people off, probably Nightwish fans. So they heard you, Gary. They're like, oh, great. Now he's opened that door. Now that guy's going to talk shit about us. I hate him. That's good. Had a lady leave a little snippy comment on one of my TikTok videos. And I said, you know that your comment not only applies to my meme, it also applies to your comment on my comment. She deleted her comment. Yeah, I couldn't do that. I can only react to any band that I like. Any band that I like. I like Nightwish, but they're not at the top of the list. I couldn't react to Love Bites all the time. I could not do exclusively react to Love Bites or Bandmate or any of that. Ooh, I do have a Metallica reaction coming up. I already shot it. I'll be releasing it this week. You should watch that. I tried not to look too surprised, but it's actually really good. It wasn't their song. It was a tribute to Elton John and Bernie Tomlin. Variety is the spice of life. Just if you looked at how many views my videos have been getting, not so many people agree with that. Yeah, I will probably release that one tomorrow, Brandy. I was really surprised at how well they did it. And I'm a big Elton John fan, so I was all ready to be critical and shit on it, but they did good. So they all can actually still play. They just don't write good songs anymore. Oh shit, I missed Robert Plant. He would want his money back after I said something about him. Oh yeah, I would definitely do it. I mean, do you realize how many artists as I've been doing this, their labels have contacted me? I have a fee that I charge. I charge half of what other reactors charge. And I warn them, if it sucks, I'm not going to say it's good. They have to pay me in advance because I'm not releasing a video that I didn't want to do, that I was paid to do. But I will not lie. I will not compromise the integrity of my channel. They say they understand. However, if I think it sucks, I give you the option of me not releasing the video. None of them have wanted me to release the video. So I get my fee. I shoot the reaction. I tell them I can send you the reaction. None of them want it. But yeah, I'd react to Robert Plant for $30. That's less than my normal fee, but he actually could draw somebody. Most of the artists or bands that pay me for a reaction, they're not famous. Robert Plant, at least he's famous. And I think it's funny when people will get mad at my fee for unknowns. If you go to another channel, they charge twice what I charge. I purposely checked, and I charge half of what they charge. I warn them all ahead of time, and they say that I guess they're that confident. And then there's some that will contact me and go, "Hey," and then when I tell them there's a fee, "Oh, I'm not doing that." Well, then you don't believe in your music that much. I learned early on, you have jackasses that recorded a song in their bathroom and they think it's the greatest thing and it's going to be their big break. My channel's not that big. It used to happen more. My channel was smaller. I'd say half the viewer, maybe even less, maybe even before I had 10,000 viewers or subscribers. Uh, I used to get a lot of people contact me. No, even if I couldn't do that because if I did that once, then that would put into question all of my reactions. So I couldn't do that. Oh no, I would never take an IOU. Never ever. But yeah, no, that's just the way I look at it. If I got caught once faking a reaction, then nobody would believe any of my reactions. So I never do that. I do not take IOUs. I've been screwed over in clubs, which is why when people contact me and want me to react to their artist or their own video, they have to pay me in advance. It has to clear before I'll do it. I have them put it in my PayPal, and then I get it out of my PayPal ASAP so that they can't change their mind and go, "Oh," because people will do that. But I've been hired to do stand-up and then not got paid. I enjoy doing stand-up, but it still sucks when someone goes, "Yeah, I'll pay your fee." Yeah, I don't wanna do that. It's not like you can kick their ass or anything. So what I do is just write it off as free advertising because I got in front of people who didn't know who I was. But it's way funner when you get paid. Well, it's not funner. It feels it feels better. Because I do stand up for free. I don't give a shit. I just like making people laugh. Exactly. No, I actually if you oh, I can't bring myself to do it. Hey Keith, what's up, buddy? I don't know. You have to contact YouTube for that and ask them. um, okay. Keith, you'd have to contact YouTube and ask them about that. Uh, uh, what was I reacting to? Oh, uh, I can't release it because YouTube tells me not to do it. It was a suggestion. I had tried editing the way they wanted me to, and then people were going, "Hey, that's really choppy. You're not supposed to leave any dead space in." So a lot of times, as I'm contemplating what I'm going to say or how I want to say it, there's these long pauses. So when you notice choppiness in my videos, that's because I've cut out a really long pause. I practice keeping my face the same way. It doesn't always work out the same way, so that if I have to make a big edit by taking out this long ass pause, it's less noticeable. I don't edit out what I've said. I don't give a shit if people like it or not. That's the only editing I do is take out long pauses where I am deciding what I'm going to say. Wow, I ran 5 people off with that. Bye. Thanks for stopping by. It's a good thing I don't really care. I spend a lot of time on TikTok because of the uncensored stuff that's on there. It's weird what they censor and what they don't. I hate I hate when I get that little message from them going, "Oh no." Like, what do you mean, "Oh no"? I guess it's like with YouTube where I have to come up with clever ways around what I'm saying. I have a joke that I do in my stand-up about apples and caffeine. Uh, so I told it on TikTok once, and when I used the correct terminology for that white powder that people smell through $100 bills, they muted my video for, "You're not allowed to say that on TikTok." So I deleted the video, reshot it, and said, "That white powder that people like to smell through $100 bills," and it went through. Oh, I did let you down again, Gary. Man, I suck. What a shitty friend I am. Damn it. Now I feel bad. I'm gonna cry. Hmm. Gotta think of something that you have to send me. I honestly just never think about it. Since I don't smoke, I don't ever think about it. One of these days, and it'll surprise you. Be like, he came through and sent me a pack of tobacco. Insider training. That kind of makes me nervous, Gary. If you and Brandy are putting your heads together on something to send me. Ah. Yeah, I just have to remember to get it. It ain't like it's much, and I know I can send it to you now, so. Oh. So I was watching a thing the other day, and I thought America was some of the most expensive cigarettes in the world. They're not. Not even close, actually. But then again, the price that they showed for America doesn't count for location because they're more expensive in New York than they are here. Well, huh. It's kind of weird. Maybe you should try UPS because you can buy. I'm not encouraging this, YouTube. I'm just stating a fact. You can buy venomous reptiles, and UPS will ship them and deliver them to your house. I am going to try my best, Keith. I am going to try my best to go see them. Do y'all look that much alike? I've never seen Gary. I've seen you, Brandy. I don't know what Gary looks like. But yes, I'm going to try my best to go see them. Yeah, I'll drive from here to Dallas to go see them. And it'll be at the House of Blues, and it's a pretty good venue. That's the same place I was going to go see Bandmaids. Oh, no, I was just asking if y'all looked alike, not if you were actually conjoined twins. And see, me and my biological brother, we don't look anything alike. We used to have to show our IDs to prove we were brothers. People didn't believe it. So you didn't answer my question. Oh, well, I guess that helps. Oh, wait, you do know that I know Brandy's not female, right? That's only some of the viewers that used to join our group, our little live stream that didn't know. I remember that, Keith. I did not forget that. There was a lot of people that were going to meet me there, and it sucked that I didn't get to go. Actually, most of my regulars, I would like to meet them someday in person. But I already feel like I actually know y'all. But I do occasionally have people I don't know that think they know me come up to me because they've seen me either here or doing stand up or something. I'm always cool. I'm never freaked out by somebody coming going, "Hey, Bob Sixx." I do think it's funny when people go, "You're Bob Sixx." Yes, I know. No, he was going to, when Bandmate came to the House of Blues in Dallas, he was going to look for me there. Him and, oh, 3 or 4 or 5 other people. Oh, ah. Yeah, that looked weird. So, what are we going to talk about now? We have 39 minutes. It does happen. I hated selling my tickets. I knew they would sell because the show was sold out, so I knew they would sell. No, nobody's ever said used to. Um, a lot of people only know me by that. They don't know me by my real name. I mean, Bob is my real first name, but um, almost everybody knows me as Bob Sixx, even though, like, some of the people I work with, they can't ever remember my last name, my real last name. That would be weird if people said, called Gary Bob Sixx. But yeah, nobody says used to. They still refer to me as that. Everybody knows it's my professional name, and so even my family and friends know that's my professional name. Has been since I was a kid. I tried a few other names. They didn't fit well. I tried Nikki Starr, Jamie Blade. Bob Sixx worked out right because I actually do. Yes, yes, it really. Well, to be honest, it's Bobby, Bobby, but I dropped the Y in the third grade, and I've used Bobb since I was in the third grade. So it's been a few months. But yes, it really, that's how I spell my name. I have legal documents that have Bobb written on them. I hate the name Bobby, despise it. I actually asked my biological father because he had told my mom, name him after me or you don't name him at all. I asked him, why did you do that? As an adult, I asked him, and he said, I figured if I had to go through life with a dumbass name, my firstborn was too. That was his real answer. That's not a joke. That's what he told me. No, I have an Irish last name. It's not the name I was born with. And my stepfather adopted me when I was 14, and he became my dad. But yes, I really spell my name Bobb. And the Sixx thing just fit naturally, says I used two B's, two X's worked out well. I chose Sixx because Nikki Sixx was cool to me when I was 17. He talked to me on the phone for 20 or 30 minutes when he didn't have to. Dan Gleebles? Probably not. I don't know who Dan Gleebles is. What is Gleebles like a British thing for balls or something like that? You know, I knew it. I knew it had to be something like that. I knew it had to be something like that. Um, Keith, most people have the most amazing nicknames. They don't even know that. I have two coworkers I refer to as the Tweedles, as in Tweedledee and Tweedledum. When I say the Tweedles, everybody knows who I'm talking about. No one confuses it. And I have a few people that I refer to as Cock Gobbler, and they'll ask me which one am I talking about, or Pole Smoker. Again, which one am I talking about? Or Cum Guzzler. I have a bunch of cute names for people. Oh, he has green hair. Keith keeps his hair and his beard dyed green. That's why they call him that. You've never seen him? That's weird. Maybe he just likes green. Yeah, out of choice, he dyes his hair green. Green's a great color. That's my favorite color. Ironically, I've never had green in my hair. My daughter dyed when she would dye her hair, she would dye mine with some of the leftovers, so I would have like a blue mohawk or a red mohawk. I mean, I didn't have it all spiked up, but she would do this. Wait, this in red and blue. I don't think I ever had it green. Keith, why did you tell him? Well, that's why I told you, Gary. And when you guessed the wrong color, I wouldn't even tell you. I'd be like, yep. I can't remember if I told you all this story. There was a guy at work that called me by the wrong name one day, and I didn't even bat an eye. I responded him and called him someone else. This went on for a long time. And one day he was sitting with one of my friends and he said, "What's up?" Whatever name he used. And I said, "What's up back?" My friend goes, "Why'd you call him that? His name's Bob." He goes, "I've been calling him that forever." And he calls me the wrong name too. I like that biscuit. Yes, the background behind me is green. Bob 16. That wouldn't work. And if we were going by my age, it'd actually be Bob like 240 or something like that. Oh, it would be exactly that. I've used this since I was 17. I'm 57, so 40 years. Sometimes it will look blue. Sometimes it's OD green, and sometimes it looks blue. Right now, and what you see is not as green as it actually is. It's actually greener than that. It's literally green screen, like green, green, and that's not as green as it actually is. I can't make it as green on the camera as it actually is. That kind of has a bluish tint to it. So Gary, your vision is not that far off, or your color blindness. It is a bluish green, not quite. I mean, what you see on camera is more closer to a teal, but this is like green, like grass green. I don't know how to do that on here. On my live, let's see. I hope the hell this doesn't hang up on y'all. Channel level, pop out dashboard. Oh, Oh. Oh. Well, huh. Hang on. Oh, that didn't do it. Huh. Share screen, share, edit. I know I see people do green screens. Oh, don't worry. I wouldn't do that. Let's see what happens. No, if I push edit, I think. Yeah, that doesn't let me. Huh. I know I've seen people. Yeah, you got me started on that. I know I see people do a green screen behind them. I don't know what I have to do. I'll have to look into that. That way I can put something up behind me. Because, you know, a lot of people do come into some of my streams when I was doing TikTok mostly and bitch about me having green screen up. Cut my losses. I still plan on taking it down. I just want to paint the wall and put my shelf up here and put some pictures up and my guitars. And that's what I should do next time a bunch of people come in. I'll just start playing my guitar, singing way off. Well, my daddy left home when I was 3. Didn't leave much for mom and me. No, I'm not going to paint it green because I want to do away with the green screen. I think I'm going to buy a because I want to do it away with the green screen. I'm thinking about having a flag or a backdrop made that has my logo on it. But do away with the green screen. But that way I could put the shelf up. And if y'all would start sending me pictures, I'm gonna put Gary's art on the wall. Some of my art, some of my paintings that I did. Not that they're impressive. My skill is nowhere near Gary's. Huh. Speaking of mice, that's weird that I don't have one anywhere near me at this second. We do have a state flag. You didn't know that? Hell, I thought everybody knew that. That's what our flag looks like. You're not dumb. That's our state flag. I mean, I could do that. But speaking of dumb, there are some dumb people here in Texas because they've been complaining. Texas is the only state that is allowed to fly its state flag at the same height as the American flag. But some people have noticed people are flying their flags upside down. That's so disrespectful. No, that's a sign of distress. You can do it with the American flag too. You flip the flag upside down. It's not disrespect, it's a sign of distress, which the United States should have all their flags upside down right now. And I already know what the Union Jack looks like. I think that's pretty dope. Or I don't know if y'all call it that. I know what the British flag looks like. That would sound really nerdy if I told you that I actually play games from sometimes guessing other countries' flags. Oh, I love grits. Oh, I like grits with a little butter and my eggs over easy. All right, more commercials coming. Woo! I think I've made like 12 cents today. Oh, wait, 12 tenths of a cent. Woohoo! But yeah, grits with a little butter and 2 eggs over easy. And then I chop it all up with when the yolks bust. And I eat that with bread, not toast, bread. But since I'm doing this intermittent fasting, I have certain things that I eat, and that's not on my menu. But if I'm in a restaurant, that's what I would get. I have specific things that I eat. Ugh. Grits are a type of rice, I think. Yeah, but I don't eat meat, so can't do the bacon. I do like rice. Yeah. Well, in all fairness, Gary's not here as often as he used to be, so he may not have known that. I think I'm aging really well. This is what I'd look like if I was bald headed. I don't think I like that look. Yeah, if I go bald, I'm gonna have to grow a goatee. White men should not be bald with no facial hair. You are starting to get back more often, Gary. I appreciate that, buddy. We always miss you. You're always fun. The sound of silence. Well, I mean, I'm the only one making racket. Y'all might be talking in your homes, but I can't hear you. I'd really like that though, if we heard each other talking, if it was more like a conversation. I mean, it is a conversation, but I mean, yeah, hopefully not. I imagine he ignored you, Gary. That's going to be my guess. 'Cause I saw your comments. I commented on them. I think I'm fixing to sneeze. That's going to be horrible. I don't want to sneeze. Oh, I wonder if what happens if I click there? Oh yeah, it's expanded menu. uh, what do cigarettes cost in England or the UK, however you want to say it? On average, here where I live, they're 8 something a pack. It's a good thing I don't smoke because I wouldn't pay that. uh, wow, that's what they cost in New York here. Well, I think it's 25 a pack in New York. Damn. No wonder Gary always wants me to send you some tobacco. You need rolling papers too, Gary? I tried rolling my own for a while before I quit smoking. I was like, this is just a pain in the ass. Yeah. Well, that's the majority of price of cigarettes in the States anyways, is taxes. Oh, papers are cheap, Gary. Tobacco in a pouch, roll your own tobacco here, loose tobacco. That's fairly cheap, where it was the last time I bought it, which is why I did it, because it was considerably cheaper doing that than buying packed cigarettes. Because when I think before I quit smoking, cigarettes were like 5 something a pack. But yeah, I remember next time I go to the store, I'll pick you up some. Yeah, I don't know what leach features means, but I know he said that. I don't know what leach features is. I mean, I know what leeches are. No, I quit 3 years ago. I just had my 3rd anniversary. That's how much they've gone up since I quit. I mean, you can get cheaper cigarettes, but when I smoked, I only smoked Marlboro Red. Yeah, I know, right? I think it's like 2, maybe 3 major tobacco companies, but yeah, all them different brands of cigarettes. And most of them suck. I have people tell me you can't tell the difference. No, I could. That's why I smoke Marlboro Reds, because I could tell the difference in the taste. Now, during the 80s, I would smoke the generic cigarettes, which came in the black and white packet. Well, it was a white package with black writing. I don't know. I wouldn't smoke it if I did. The only time I smoked Vantages for a short time. I thought it was cool it's dumb. But as young as I was, the filter had an indention in it. I thought it made it taste different. It didn't last long. I like the taste of Marlboros. Uh, oh, I know they do, but it's probably considerably more for Marlboro because it says Marlboro on it. But if it'll make you feel better, whatever I do get you, I will put a sticker on it that says Marlboro. I'll color the package like Marlboro. And I'll even write it on the rolling papers. I think for a short time I smoked Marlboro Lights until I found out it was just the flavor. Had nothing to do with being less harsh on you. But from the time I was 12 to I quit, pretty much only smoked Marlboro Reds. Hey, um, Brandy, I worked with a guy when I was doing concrete work who chewed tobacco. And if he was out of tobacco, he would bum 2 cigarettes off me and he would chew that. Not a whole lot of tobacco. He's had to taste nasty as shit, but he had to chew some tobacco and get some nicotine. I did chewing tobacco for a very short time. Red man. And I dipped snuff for a short time. Mostly did skull, and now, yeah. Yeah, I've had cigarette tobacco in my mouth before. I can't imagine purposely putting it in your mouth like he did, but his name was Ken. Became a prison guard. Ken Burke. I bought a shit brown Ford Pinto from him when he went to prison, to school to be a prison guard. No, they do not make chewing tobacco that tastes like candy. Oh, yeah. And my OCD made me spit even more. Even when I use the pouches, because they have pouches so you don't get the tobacco all over your face or all over your mouth. But I dipped for a short time. That's how I got permission to smoke from my dad. I had started smoking and he didn't know. But when him and my mom got together, since I was already dipping snuff, he didn't say anything. So one day I knew it bothered him. We were having a barbecue and me and him were sitting on the picnic table, and I never did a 3-finger pinch. I got this big old 3-finger pinch and packed it into my lip. And he goes, I'd rather see you smoke a cigarette and sit there with that dog turd in your lip. I said, I'm glad you feel that way. Threw that away and pulled my cigarettes out of my sock and smoked ever since. Oh, yeah. Oh, I had a friend when I was at basic training. He was always behind me. We were the first cycle where you weren't allowed to smoke or dip snuff. He was dipping snuff. I was smoking, but I never kept my cigarettes on me. But he got caught in formation with snuff in his lip, and the drill sergeant made him swallow it. So he acted like he was going to throw up, and I asked for permission to move so he didn't throw up on me. Oh, no, he was not. He was actually short, strong as shit, but a short dude. But no, he definitely wasn't a wrestler. So when we got upstairs, he was laughing. And he said that when he worked on the offshore, they weren't allowed to spit on the deck. So he learned to swallow. And he took a 2-finger pinch and put it on his tongue and swallowed it. He goes, this shit don't make me sick. I was like, ugh. I almost got caught when we were at BRM. I had my cigarettes on me. That's by basic rifle marksmanship. And Fort Dix, New Jersey is all sand. So they had caught somebody with something. So they were doing an inline formation. And I'm a squad leader. I could get in really bad trouble for that. So I dropped my cigarettes, buried them under the sand, and stood on top of them when they came through and inspected all of my shit to make sure I didn't have any cigarettes. That was the closest I ever got to being caught. Damn shame an adult has to hide cigarettes. Well, I don't know if you could call me an adult. I was 18, 19. I just turned 19. I got clean that January, and that April I left for basic training. Oh, yes, absolutely. When I bent over to pick up my hat, I picked them up and put them in my hat and put it on my head. Absolutely. I wasn't going to leave them there. I worked hard to get those. And then I found out you could just go to the PX and they didn't know you were in basic training. They sold them to you. If you went in the group where they knew that you were being brought over there to get the shit you needed to get, they wouldn't sell them to you. Hell no, I want a Navy SEAL. I wasn't that damn gung-ho. I almost, when I went in, I had just come off of a 2-year Girl Scout cookie addiction. So I was in bad shape. So when you're in, they call it week 0. That's where you go get your uniforms. You start learning. You get all your shots, all that kind of shit. So before you actually start basic training, you have to do a little PT test. So you go get up on this little, like I'm calling it a table for lack of a better word, and the sergeant was having you do 3 push-ups and letting people go. I could do 3 push-ups. So I jumped up there, I did 3 push-ups, and I jumped up. He goes, "What do you think you're doing?" I said, "You let everybody else go." He said, "But I told them they could go. Get down." I was like, "Oh my God, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this." Because if you fail the initial PT test, you have to go to this special group and you spend 2 weeks there doing nothing but PT so that you can pass the PT test. I got down, I squeezed out one more push up. He goes, "Now you can go." I was like, "Thank God." And then after we started basic training, I failed everything except the run. Oddly enough, I did the 2 mile run good enough that they let me stay. I remember that. Uh, I mean, it wasn't necessarily cool when I did it, but I did it many times. I saw it in the movies and I was like, "Oh, I can do that." And I didn't I didn't lay mine horizontally. I kept them vertical and flipped them up like that. I like that better for whatever reason. So that's why I like talking to all of you. We don't have to sit here and explain, "What are you talking about, Sonny?" Because we're all. But yeah, I don't miss smoking at all. That last time I started smoking, I didn't want to start. I hated smoking. So when I quit that this time, I knew it was for good. Oh yeah, and that's why I prefer button pockets. All my pockets had to have a button if I was wearing that type of shirt. I didn't like my packs being smashed. I was very cautious with my cigarettes. I didn't like smashed cigarettes. That had to be an OCD thing. That doesn't mean I wouldn't smoke a smashed cigarette, but I was very cautious with my cigarettes. But now here I am 3 years without them. I don't need them. I feel good. Actually, that's just a convenient place to carry them. Does that say round? It does say that. Um, my OCD is mostly with numbers. Uh, that's interesting, Keith. When we first came back from Germany, we didn't have one in Germany, but we'd all go across the street and smoke. When we first came back from Germany and I went to Olympia, Washington, I went to high school there. They had just built a brand new high school and it had an out smoking area for the students. So I finished that year. We got on post housing. Why the hell am I keep looking at the wall? We got on post housing. And then I ended up going to Lakes High School in Lakeland, Washington. And they did not have a smoking area. I got busted smoking several times. The first time I got caught smoking because it was cold. So we would stand out and wait for the when in the line at the bus and smoke, but everybody thought it was your breath, I guess. But I had just got in school suspension, came out of my first day of in school suspension, and we were smoking. And the damn in school suspension teacher come running out and goes, "You three, come with me." It was me and my two buddies that got in trouble with me in the first place. So we got an extra week of in school suspension for that. Didn't stop me from smoking. Huh. um, I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned about the shell of the egg. It's what's inside the egg. I am kind of particular about that. Uh, I am very, and it has to do with my OCD, very anal about the yolks breaking before I want them broken. The only time I'll break the yolk in the pan is if I'm going to make a sandwich with it. Uh, yeah, I've never set fire. I did start a fire once on accident. Uh, I didn't know that that was what happened was going to happen. And what was funny is the kid who went and snitched on me because he put the fire out. It was just a little fire about that big around. The kid that went over and snitched on me because he had smoke on his glasses, Bob, my biological father, thought that he had started the fire, so I didn't get in trouble. Um, say, oh, eggs. But if I'm going to put it on a sandwich, I'll break the yolk. But other than that, I don't want my yolks broken. And if they break, I'll tend to throw them away and start over. Yes, I like my yolks running, especially when I'm having grits or just bread. But yes, I like my yolks running. I don't like sunny side up running. I do them over easy, but they're still pretty damn running. Uh, I'm very anal about omelets. If I screw up an omelet because of how good I am at making omelets, if I screw it up, I'll throw it away and make another one. That's my OCD. I can't not do that. Uh, Pretty much I've gotten better over the years. I'm pretty much a perfectionist when it comes to making grilled cheese sandwiches. They have to be just the right amount of cook. Oh, here's something odd that a lot of people think are odd. I like my hot dogs burnt. I like them to be blackened, not like charred, but I like them to be blackened. And I don't know if that came from when I was a kid. I can do this myself over the campfire and burn it. That's the way I like it, but that's how I like it. So my wife has perfected it. She burns them for me before I quit eating meat. She'd burn them for me, but I like them burnt. There's a few things I'm really particular about. On barbecue, um, as long as it's not charred, I don't mind it being blackened, but when it starts getting that crusty charred, I don't like that. But I don't like it. I don't mind it being on the outside. Inside, it's got to be slightly raw, regardless of what it is. And I know that's not supposed to be good for you, but inside needs to still be pink. No, I know. I've tried that a few times. We went through a whole long phase of George Foreman cooking. Uh, I prefer to make my grilled cheese myself in a frying pan. Uh, but yeah, good barbecue is slightly blackened on the outside, still pretty a dark pink in the middle. People that like make their steaks well done, you're ruining that steak. It takes all the flavor out of it. And the way you can tell if somebody doesn't their steak sucks, they're putting steak sauce on it. If your steak is cooked properly, you don't need to put steak sauce on it. Steak sauce was literally invented to cover up rancid meat. Huh. I mean, it makes sense because that's kind of what they called them here, but it's still a George Foreman grill. Oh shit. Oh wow. Well, we're gonna go 1 minute past because I got another set of commercials coming up. But yeah, Gary, I think that was kind of like the motto or catch line or whatever the hell for the George Foreman's here. But yeah, since he endorsed it and got all that money off of it, he made sure it was called the George Foreman. Which I can't blame the guy. I mean, shit. Uh, 15 more seconds. Don't go nowhere because whoever's going to see it needs to see it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. One of you seen a commercial, at least one of you. All right, guys, I appreciate you. We had a small group today, but I thoroughly enjoyed all of you being here, especially you, Gary. And the reason especially is not I appreciate Gary more, it's he hasn't been around as much as the rest of you have. Hey guys, I appreciate you so much. Have a great week, and I will see you next week. Same Bob time, same Bob channel. And make sure you watch my videos I'm uploading, damn it. Peace.